Buying a Mini in my books is a very emotional decision. Your heart overpowers your mind, but things here are a little different. Presenting the Mini Countryman Electric. Well, it promises a range of 462 kilometers to a full charge. It has grown in size, more features, and the way it drives, well, we will find out in today's video. You're watching NDTV Auto. I am Anirban. If you find this video interesting, stick around and share this video with your friends and family. The Countryman Electric is priced little under 55 lakh rupees ex-showroom, which makes it a direct rival to the likes of Hyundai Ioniq 5, Volvo C40 Recharge, and the Mercedes EQA and its own sibling, the BMW iX1. The overall length of the car has increased by 130 millimeters. It's much wider than before, and the face of it, well, you see a fresh design language. It's a closed-off grille, much like other EVs. The panel right in front is for the ADAS functionalities. You get bronze bezel right around the grille. There is an element of bronze on the skid plate as well. The lights are also fresh. They come without bezel, and these LED lights give you a good projection at night. Onto the sides, the alloy wheels are new. You get a range of alloy sizes. This one is 19 inches with Pirelli rubbers. The ground clearance is also healthy, standing over 200 millimeters. The wheelbase has expanded by 33 millimeters. There is that typical kink on the C-pillar, signifying that it's a Mini. The door handles remind me of the X1. You also get sporty looking roof rails. Over to the rear, the design is quite familiar because you get Union Jack tail lamps, but this is a digital interpretation of the same. Has to be with the new Countryman. The whole of tailgate gets the Countryman badging, and behind this you get an excess of 400 liters of boot space, and that should accommodate 2 full-size luggage with a few knickknacks. The charging flap is on the side. Now this supports up to 130 kilowatt of DC fast charging. At home, with a 11 kilowatt AC fast charger, you can replenish this 66.4 kilowatt hour battery pack in about 11 hours time. Well, the Countryman globally gets petrol, diesel and electric. For now, the electric avatar has come to our shores, and inside the cabin there is a whole lot of freshness. Right in the middle is a 9.4-inch circular display, much like other Minis of past, but this one is fresh. This one gets the latest Mini operating system. It's slick to use, loaded with features, and then there is a lot of sound mimicry inside the cabin. Have a look. You hear that? Well, company calls it experiences. There are multiple modes. As you go along, as you change, you can hear something like this. As far as features go, you get a panoramic sunroof with a Countryman. The steering wheel is adjustable for both reach and rake. The driver's seat is electrically adjustable. There is wireless charging, Harman Kardon stereo, heads-up display, and plenty more inside the cabin to keep you happy. The seats are sufficiently large and supportive. My height is 5'7". Kind of texture used to make these seats are of good quality. These are electrically adjustable seats. The dashboard design is also new here. It's kind of a denim fabric made out of recycled material. However, this is not soft touch. It runs into the door panels, and the color kind of merges into beige. While it looks appealing, but I don't think this will be to everyone's taste and liking. As far as storage space is concerned, it's a bit of a hit and miss, because right between the front passengers, you have ample amount of space, couple of cup holders. There is a deep pocket under the wireless charging pad. However, this armrest really doesn't open up, so all the space you get here is right between. The glove box is also not very deep, but quite usable. And with this, I hoped the door bins could have been a little more deeper. Countryman means it's a 5-door Mini, and you get quite a usable rear seat as well. Now again, the front seats are to my liking. And you see, I have good amount of space to move around my legs, but then I don't report too much of leg room. There are AC vents dedicated for the rear passengers. There are a couple of USB charging ports as well. The sunroof runs down to all the way to my head. 3 adjustable headrests for the passengers. There's armrest as well. The seats are good. They are cushiony, comfy, but then there is an element of firmness that you would feel with a Mini. Overall, it's a spacious, airy cabin with multiple color combinations going around. It's time to go back to the driving seat and tell you how it feels to drive this Countryman EV. Do you hear the sound? Well, there's a lot of it inside the cabin. Obviously, when you shift to the sports mode, or over here it is called the go-kart mode, it becomes so much pleasurable. It kind of mimics a performance car, but this electric is fast when you need it. A 0 to 100 dash, company claims, is just about 8.5 seconds. And if you compare that to its counterpart, the BMW iX1, that's way more faster. Ask me why? Because iX1 gets a dual motor setup. On the other hand, this one, it's a front motor setup which puts out 204 horsepower, 250 Newton meters of peak torque, and the claimed top speed is 170 kilometers an hour. But for your daily driving around city corners and at times on the highways, you'll be offered with enough grunt. The electric motor feels quite progressive. You have 3 drive modes to play with. The go-kart is the fastest, the quickest, but then other modes really don't change the power and torque output. The change happens in the way the power is being delivered. Especially in the green or the eco mode, the power delivery is slightly dialed down. It's more range oriented. And talking about range, the company claims it's over 460 to a single charge, and in real life expect anywhere between 350 to 380 kilometers. I think it's a fairly handsome number. Remember the Cooper, the electric Cooper that arrived a couple of years ago? Well, it had a shallow range of around 200 kilometers in real life, and it really did not make justice to a lot of buyers. Where does the Countryman fit in? Is it a hatch or is it an SUV? See, it has grown in size. It's over 4.3 meters in length, but still from the driving seat, it somehow fails to give me the commanding view of an SUV. But on the other hand, what it really stays true to is its ethos of great handling. It is still that sharp handler, gives you crisp response whenever you steer it around. With a quick and sharp handling product, what you require is good anchoring strength from the brakes. And I must report, the brakes, the performance, the feedback from the lever are good. You also get different levels of regenerative braking. However, to change them every time, you have to shift your focus off the road, get to the touchscreen and play around. So that's a bit of a dampener. Promised as a family SUV, I'm going over bad and broken roads, and you can see how much I'm being tossed around. Well, things have improved. Things are way better than what they used to be, but still you feel firm edges when you go over really bad roads at slow speeds. But it's kind of a trade-off you have to live with, because this car promises great amount of handling and there is some compromise in the ride quality. Globally, you get an all-wheel drive variant, which means a dual motor setup with a Countryman. It's a bit of a shame that BMW has kind of overlooked the enthusiast market with this car, and I believe an all-wheel drive variant should have been considered for India as well. Nevertheless, it's fast, triple-digit speeds come naturally, and thanks to the placement of battery on the floorboard, the center of gravity is really low, which means it's really planted at high speeds. The ground clearance stands over 200 millimeters, and in today's driving experience, I found no difficulty in gliding over tall speed breakers or going through bad potholes. The Countryman Electric is fun but could have been faster. But this one solves the biggest problem that the Cooper Electric had, and that is the range. It's a usable 400 plus range in day-to-day driving experience, and I believe now BMW can be happy, rest assured, with more clients of the Countryman EV. What are your thoughts about this one? Let me know in the comments box below. Thank you so much for watching this video.